tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove. Synchronized slurp now, we're on the move.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time.
Talking gold and silver and crypto too. With Joe and the gang, it's what we do.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time. We're stacking sats, we're stacking gold. In the world of finance, real gold. Every sip, every chart, we're on our way to financial freedom, come what may.
So grab that tasty beverage, let's get in the groove. Synchronized slurp now, we're on the move.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time. Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time.
Let's take a look at the silver stocks I'm in right now. Just jumped in recently. A few other stocks as well in some different sectors. We'll do live gold, silver, platinum analysis, Bitcoin and crypto too. All that fun stuff that we usually do. If you're watching this on the replay, dudes, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. But if you're watching live, you get to enjoy every single damn thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main, coming to you live on X and on YouTube from Melbourne in Australia. But in the first 1 minute of the show, we do what I call the synchronized slurp. Let me move that. You grab a tasty beverage, I grab my tasty beverage. We grab them together. Just grab your things together, grab your beverages together. We slurp them synchronously. You must do it audibly. You must, wherever you are in the world, do it. I don't care if you're in a meeting, you're in the shower. Why would you be watching this in the shower? That's kind of weird. I don't want to know what you're doing in the shower while you're watching this show, but we slurp our beverages together. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, slurp it. Good to see y'all. No, I am not on the nicotine this morning. I am not on the nicotine. If you watched yesterday's show, you saw me try nicotine for the very first time ever in history. Never smoked a cigarette, never did anything of that. It was an interesting ride. I'm not on it this morning. Maybe I do it again after the show. I don't know, but it was interesting. Go watch that show. Of course, you're watching Good Morning Stackers, the week daily live show, all about stacking silver, stacking satoshis, stacking skills, stacking communities, and stacking everything else that we stack here. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. 1,424 subscribers on YouTube, 3,500 followers on X. It's the place to be. Of course it is. And we'll do some shout outs. Of course, we've got the live chat up here. So if you're on YouTube, you want to take part in the chat, you'll get the normal live chat, but I even show it up here. Super chats are on. It does help me with seeing a comment that you really want shown and spoken about. So if you have a specific question for me, a super chat's always helpful, and it always helps me, the show itself. And also the show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange. I'm getting used to this new thing. Perth Bullion, a new sort of format here. Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. You'll hear a little bit more from those people. Yeah, we'll get some shout outs out the way. Then we'll talk about my silver mining stocks that I'm in and some of the other stuff. Of course, if you'd like to continue the conversation with the GMS family, do it 24/7 on the Telegram channel. I'll put a link in the pinned comment after the show is done, or you can go to the live chat right now and click on that, join it, chat to everyone whenever you want. Jason Razana got the first Shout out in. You win today. Jason Rosana, GMS. Mark Florida, GMS. Sino's back. Do I say Sino or Sino? You tell me, mate. Morning, Lance. Lance is driving today. Man, should you be driving after a sleepless night? Lance is a new father. Doing it tough. Sucked in, bro. We've all been there. You've got to pay your dues, man. You got to take the lumps. You're driving today, but I have you playing in the background. Well, fantastic. You can't see what I'm doing right now. GMS, morning, everyone. Good to see you. Madeline, great to see you again, Madeline Honor. Morning, all. Silver Ruger is back. Loving the fact that you're becoming a regular. Silver Ruger, great to see. Silver Fox is here. Have I not seen you for a little bit? Good to see you, my friend. And morning, Joe. Morning, Jason. That's our little calling card to each other. Great to see you. Keep piling in, everyone, and we will talk about today's topic. Might get to today's topic after. I might do gold, silver, platinum analysis first. Yeah, that doesn't help me. Oh, Sino. Now I get it. Sino. Okay, that makes sense. Like Sino, Simo, Simon, Simo, Sino. Got it. All right, Sino. I will not remember that, but I'll try to. I'm going to do normal gold, silver, platinum analysis. Then once more people in, I'll talk about silver mining stocks and all that stuff that I'm in. So I'll do that like midpoint range. Get it? Got it? Good. Let's see. Am I a little bit peaky in my volume today? I might be. I might need to move that. That's going to be loud. Sorry. Let's see. Let's share the screen and get on with it, shall we? Good. Great to see so many people watching already. This is the one I wanted to talk about first. Yeah, we'll do this. So this is, no, actually, I'll go back. That's not the one. I'm going to go backwards today. So I'm going to talk about gold, silver, platinum analysis. I'm going to start with platinum today, and then we'll talk gold, silver. We'll do my silver and mining stocks and all that sort of stuff that I'm in. Going to wait for some more people to pile into the show first, then we'll do Bitcoin, crypto, and all that wonderful stuff. But let's do the regular price update. Here is platinum on the 3 monthly time frame, on the quarterly time frame. I posted this little image on the Gold and Silver Stackers Australia forum just this morning. Head over there, great place to be for Australian stackers. But here's platinum, and I just wanted to give you the zoom out and looking at platinum at where we are. Okay. Great move here in the all-time highs in 2008. Obviously, GFC took it right down to that $750 level. Then we had a move, failure to make a new high. Oftentimes from a failed move, it's a fast move in the opposite direction. Then we saw a pretty good, what looked to be a double bottom in platinum, okay? And it was actually technically a higher high. So we had a higher high here, then a quick move back down, failure to break down, so that was a really good sign, and then COVID happened, and then we had that move down to there. Now, everything in the world went very, very quickly. So I do not include this move as part of my macro Fibonacci levels that I use, okay? Some people might say, that's dumb, why would you do that? For me, I think it lines up very, very well. So if this hadn't have happened, this clearly 750 looks like it would have been the bottom. I know, hindsight, 2020 and all that. It's like, well, why are you playing it different? Why aren't you doing it down here? It lines up really well for me. It's the ones I'm going to use, okay? Lines up here, lines up perfectly here. So I believe that to be the bottom of the Fibonacci that I'm using, okay? And anyway, we had this move back up to, gee, what do you know? Previous resistance lined up with the Fibonacci there of $1,340. Since then, we've tested numerous times and failed to close any month above it. 1,115. Okay, that happens to be, if I remove that for a second, that is this key Fibonacci line, the 0.236. I'm still claiming this as the valid one rather than this versus this. Okay, that's just me. You do you. We have been for since July of 2021. Okay, number of years now, nearly 4 years. Butting up, again, this is a quarterly chart. Each candle here is 3 months worth of time. Let me move myself so I'm a little bit closer there. We've had spikes, we've had resistance, we've had spikes, failure to close any quarterly time frame, let alone any month above it at the same time. Okay, so but what I'm noticing is it's definitely consolidating through time. Look at this massive support level, and that's around about 880. Call it, yeah, do you want to call it there? Where's the sort of the main cluster is around about there at 900. Yes, it is there at around about 900. See that? Because what have I had drawn in previously? I've had the best buy zone drawn in of between 900 to 750 US dollars. So that's for me been the best buy zone area. Whenever it hits into this area here, the best buy zone, 900. Again, I'm hindcasting here. Okay, you wouldn't have known that 900 to 750 would have been the best buy zone back here. Okay, you would have more made the realization around about here, but let's just go back here. It's definitely the best buy zone. Okay, so that's the clear support level, which we have basically been maintaining for quite some time. Again, that spike down, we had that test here, that spike down in COVID, quick move back up, and really not that much time in the best buy zone area. A couple of spikes here, a couple of recent spikes that we had. Okay, so it's consolidating under this major resistance line of 1,115 US dollars. Consolidation under resistance is a pretty potentially bullish sign. Okay, if we were, again, on the quarterly time frame, if we were finding resistance here and then just coming back down here and then making new lows and maybe this here and then, okay, right, sure. But we just tend to be butting up against here and finding very solid support at this top end, right, at $900. Solid support, and it's just knocking on this door constantly. I believe very, very soon, after gold and after silver, well, I shouldn't say very, very soon. Let me start that again. I believe after gold and then silver have some big runs. Silver's just in its infancy of its big run. I'm assuming platinum's run won't happen until at least silver has broken the $50 mark and is then in price discovery. Okay, so once silver is in price discovery, it's like, oh, wow, all-time highs, where are we going to go? I think people will be looking for the more undervalued asset. Where gold goes, silver tends to follow. Gold's already had its massive move so far. It's going to continue, but now silver's catching up. Then platinum will catch up, and I think eventually this will get taken out. Okay, so platinum is the sleeper at the moment. It's not yet the one I would consider getting back into. I think it's almost guaranteed that we do see higher prices, although you want to wait for confirmation. So for me, it's a massive sleeper. Many of you on the channel are very pro platinum, which is great to see. I just won't say I'm back into it until I've seen at least silver go over $50, get that into price discovery, and then the big whales are going, wow, what's the new thing? Okay, so it is coming though. So for me, the short answer is take a look at silver, keep it in your radar, okay, or follow me or follow anyone else that does, watches the platinum thing. Once it starts closing, and because we're on the quarterly time frame, normally I say once it closes any month above 1,115, because we're on the quarterly, if you want to be extra sure, once it starts closing, not spiking, right, but doing one of these ones, if it does this again and has a close on the quarterly time frame, decently above 1,115, and I would even say, look, I would even call it, you can pop that down here. I would say even like, 1,100, 1,130, 1,150, that kind of area. That signals to me, a close on the quarterly, that's game on, man. Where you could still have a move back down, sure, but I think that would be that, and then onwards and upwards we go. That's my personal opinion. Again, got to watch what gold and silver are doing particularly. Once they've had their big runs, not finished their runs, but they're on their way, silver is in price discovery, you're going to see platinum do something like this. And I'm very excited for platinum. I'm not in it yet. If you're in platinum, stick with it, in my humble non-financial advice opinion. You could have been very tempted over the last 4 years to go, platinum's only gone from $900 back to $1,100. Okay, it's been a $200 run in the last 4 years. You get shaken out in one of two ways. You get shaken out because of price, or you get shaken out because of time. they try to get you in the two ways, all right? Platinum has been trying to shake you out through time. It's like, this is dead money. I've been up and down $200. Ugh, this sucks. Yeah, that's what it's meant to do. And it's trying to shake you out. Stick with it. Then get that close above on the quarterly. Monthly is good. Quarterly is even better. And we are golden, but I was going to say we are platinum. Okay, so that's chef's kiss for platinum. Once we start doing that, keep it in the back of your mind. I'm very pro platinum later on down the track. That's the platinum, sort of just the big macro look. Let's take a look at gold now. This is gold on the macro look, but we'll go into the daily because we do talk about gold very regularly. Gold out of interest though, gold on the quarterly time frame, priced in USD, 3,043. So we're in, of course, brand new all-time high territory. It's always good to look at it on the sort of more macro time frame. Mother of all trend lines, 1980, 2011. Look at that beautiful move. Again, I do think the steam is starting to wane just a little bit. Okay, I think we will have eventually where it is. I think it's around about it's going to be 3,200. I could be totally wrong on that. We've only got about 150 to go. Could be 3,500, 3,600, but we will have a bit of a. We're coming up to the end of this quarter, by the way. So start of a new quarter in about 9 or 10 days, 11 days roughly. But I think we will have a bit of a blow, not a blow off top, but a bit of a short-term retrace. I think we come back to test here. That's my opinion. Could be completely wrong. It might take a while, okay? Some people say, oh, look, no, we're going to, $36, $38, $3,900, $4,000 before we have that kind of move. Yes, we might certainly do that, but I do think we do something like that, then we have that retest. That's pretty damn obvious. You break out of the world's largest trend line in all of history, it seems, right? Mother of all trend lines going back to 1980, 40-something years, okay, 45 years. You're going to break out of it, you're going to retest it, okay? And that's down at probably your $2,700, $2,800 level. I think that's coming from where, I don't know. Could I be wrong? Could we all be wrong? Many of us who talk about it and we just, oh, okay, and then we find a level down there? Sure, yeah, that could happen. It's just more likely you have that retest, okay? I guess I'm doing the macro golden version today. So on the daily time frame, I guess don't worry about the dailies. But on the daily, yeah, look, all-time high, fantastic, good to see. I just still feel like on the daily and the weekly, they're losing momentum, right? The steam is running out because we've talked about the potential bearish divergences where you have the price number go up, but the relative strength index flatten out or go down. So I do feel like it's starting to roll over a little bit, okay? Has room to move higher, but it's starting to roll over from here, okay? Dollar cost average, best way to do it anyway. Don't worry about the small moves. Look at the more macro, and the macro is looking absolutely freaking fantastic for gold and for silver. Here is silver on the quarterly time frame. Hey, let's do quarterlies. $33.50. Very quickly on the daily time frame, we had a little bit of a dip down, and so far we've remained above the 33.50 level. Had a spike down yesterday, and we've just opened the day as well. So far it's kind of holding that 33.50 level. Spike just closed the day, the last 24 hours above 33.50. Good to see. Nothing telling me yet that we're heading way down from here, as long as we keep that support of 33.50. Cool. That's the short term. Let's look at the long term. Again, going back to the quarterly time frame, it is looking so juicy, the most juicy chart ever, probably in history. Okay, again, cup and handle, won't bore you with it, but look at this. Cup, handle, it's going to $50. You might find a little bit of resistance here, but $50 will be broken, and then we'll be in price discovery. Triple digit silver is not a problem whatsoever. Time frame, don't know exactly. $50 silver this year. $50 silver this year, really doable. Breaking the all-time high this year, quite possible. Yeah, but if I show on the... Let's go to the yearly very quickly. So that's the quarterly time frame. Let's take a look at the yearly just for SNGs. Here's the yearly. Okay. Can we do that this year? Can we have that big of a spike? Yeah, we can have that big of a spike this year. I think that would be a spike though. I reckon if that's a spike and that's a spike, I think we get a spike, but I don't believe that the spike will be as huge as this one and this one. Okay, so if we're looking on the yearly, here's my little prediction. Okay, I think we have a move up there. I think $50 is very doable, but we won't close the year at 50. We'll come up, have a bit of a spike, and I reckon we're going to close. I mean, we won't close below 38.50. It's not going to be one of those ones. Okay, it's not going to be that. You're going to close at probably around about, I'd say no lower than, my guess is around about $45. That's my guess. I think it's going to be a little spike. And the little spikes are fine because that sets up for a beautiful move the following year to have just a brilliant green candle in 2026, which I think would absolutely occur. Okay, so definitely in price discovery in 2026, quite potentially coming up to $50 in 2025. Some of you are going to be saying, no, we're breaking $50 like in the first half of this year. I'm going to see new all-time highs this year. I'm not so sure about that. That's what I'm expecting. $50 touch and then a closing below, around about your 45. That makes the most sense if we are in, which we are, a massive cup and handle. Okay, that's what I think for silver. That not a big spike down, a spike around about there, and then onwards and upwards in 2026. Then we'll be talking triple digits in 2026. I don't know about that, but we'll be definitely talking higher. And as you all know, $700 silver is coming, in my humble opinion. It might just take 10 to 20 years to do so. But yeah, coming up to there, easy. Okay, again, in a much longer time frame. That was the big macro version of gold, silver, and platinum. Why not? We're here. We may as well. Let's have a quick look at the gold to silver ratio. Ooh. Gold to silver ratio. This is on the yearly time frame. Why not? On the yearly, when you pull back to the macro, on the yearly, okay. Look, it's any metals game, but it does seem like at this stage that gold might be continuing to outplay silver for this year. Okay, we've got a resistance level here. If I pop that on, you're going to have all this crap. But you can't. You've got a resistance level here. That spike at around about 96 something. Okay, just watch out for that as an area of resistance on the gold to silver ratio. On the daily time frame, we did have a move in silver, but now it looks like a false breakdown. So it looks like we might be continuing onwards and upwards for gold. Gold might be still the flavor of the month, of the quarter of the year, and silver just might lag. Although eventually it does catch up and it will tick over. Where it ticks over from and heads back down, I don't know. This next major level though, watch out for that. Again, that 96 something, that would be that spike right there. I think you would find decent resistance on the gold to silver ratio at around about there, 96 point something, 96.2, 96.5. Watch out for that then for a potential turn around. Gold to silver ratio and all that stuff. Cool. Let's go back and see how many other people I have on the chat. A lot more people watching. That's what I thought might happen. You guys needed a little bit of time to get in. If you're watching this right now, who am I? I'm Joe Main. Goldstackers. Goldstackers is a company I used to work for. Good Morning Stackers is the name of the show. I've been a stacker of precious metals since 2010, a stacker of crypto since 2013. Worked for 3 major bullion dealers here in Australia. Gold. You want to buy gold and silver? You would come to see me. I would literally serve you over the counter, answer all your emails, speak to you on the phone, and then I did the social media stuff. I created and launched and grew Bullion Now's YouTube channel, if you know. So I worked for Bullion Now. I worked for Goldstackers. I also worked for Ainslie Bullion as well. And half of my time in my 11-year career, half of the time was in pure customer service, and the other half was in social media, right, doing all the content creation. That's where you know me from, yeah? The random dude who would sing the epic unboxing intros on Bullion Now's channel, which I created and launched and grew. And which, by the way, I now teach you how to do. Oh, ignore that. So that's why the chat doesn't come up. Got it. So if I do that and I do that, watch this. That's why, because I have to set it up on 2 channels. Anyway, ignore that. That's why I help you launch and grow on YouTube as well. Do you have a business, any kind of business? Do you have a personal brand? Have you seen me do what I did for Bullion Now? I can literally do that for your company, okay? Whether it's a brand new business or it's an established business, whether you have a social media presence, whether you don't have a social media presence and you need one, which you probably do, or you have one but you think it's highly underutilized, which it probably is potentially, I will help you launch and grow on YouTube and other social media. We'll pair a few different complementary ones together. I will help you. Okay, send me an email at gmstackers@gmail.com, gmstackers@gmail.com. Let me do what I did for Bullion Now. Let me do what I did for Ainslie Bullion for you too. Okay, and it's any kind of business whatsoever. Okay, and yes, I will charge you money because I am a dirty, greedy capitalist. Let's go. The Don is here. It's CT from the Lone Star State. Niels Han Dynasty by Silver, Platinum, and Crystallized Osmium. Yes. I don't know why I can never see your emoticons. I tried to fix that, but I don't know why it never comes up. Does it come up when... It does come up in the chat, though, so that's good. Rhodium. Oh, did it now? Rhodium had a big price jump. Give me a second. Oh, I had Rhodium in here somewhere. Oh, yes it did. Okay. Yeah, Rhodium's been up. Okay, I won't show you. Yeah, I'll share the screen. Give me 1 sec. I'll share the screen, knackers, just for you, bro. Quickly, here's Rhodium. Someone just said Rhodium's had a bit of a jump. A big jump? Yeah, you could be right. I mean, on the weekly, it certainly has. Okay. That's interesting. Again, Rhodium is very difficult to get. I mean, if you're getting into Rhodium, you probably just want to get into Rhodium, to be honest, in an ETF or a stock of some kind, okay? I'd probably do it that way, and I would not be bothering with physical Rhodium. It's really hard to get. You've got GST on it. The premiums are crazy, and it's really hard to sell, and you get a crappy amount back. It's like 50% of spot you get for Rhodium. It's terrible, okay? So, but the price of it, okay, interesting. Rhodium up in the last week. Oh, yeah, okay, 25%. Not bad, man, not bad, not bad. From the low here, Rhodium is up 40%. Okay, yeah, looking pretty good. Oh, yes, and that's why I have this here. Do you remember? Yes, so when someone talked about Rhodium a few weeks ago, or a couple of weeks ago it may have been, I took a quick look and I would have drawn in the change of market structure. So I did that. So I drew in this line here, which would have been my bullish change of market structure. Now we're above there. Okay, so now you want to watch for a potential retest of here. But if that holds, so at $470 for... Now this isn't Rhodium, this is the Rhodium... The DB ETC PLC X Trackers Physical Rhodium ETC. Whatever the hell that thing is, that's at that price. The Rhodium price itself isn't at, $470. This particular thing is at $470. If that holds as support, really good going. This might be the absolute bottom for Rhodium, and it looks like it could potentially be. We also have out of interest. No, that trend line's not broken, but this one is. Yeah, that's broken. Okay, change of market structure. Looks like it to be. Broke out of that resistance line. Your next resistance line is going to be around about here at $680 roughly. So watch out for that. Trending up on the relative strength index. Did we have any kind of divergence? Yes, we kind of did. Yeah, well, I don't know if you can call that divergence. We have a kind of a flattening out of the price, but then this massive up move in that. So is that technically a bullish divergence? Yeah, I guess so. Maybe, support with a rising, a flattening out of the low on the fiat dollar price, and then a rising RSI. I guess you could call that bullish divergence as well. Broken market structure, looks like it. Yeah, looks pretty good. On the monthly, yeah, okay, on the monthly time frame went into the very bottom end of extremely oversold or undervalued. Found a bottom, okay, a pretty solid bottom there at was that rough at $360. Back above there, ooh, Rhodium looks like a potential tasty play on the yearly time frame, and I'll get rid of all that. Okay, what would be the next major level I would be looking at? Yeah, that $680 mark. Does that line up with any Fibonacci? If this is the, well, that's the high, but if this is the low, no, the next major level you'd want to watch out for would be here at $870. That's where you could potentially have a relief rally, relief, and then okay, so you don't want to get trapped here. But yeah, you could certainly have a move now from, say, where are we, $513 up to that $850 level. That could be a tasty little play over the longer term if you wanted, but I'm not saying for anyone to do that. Okay, that's not financial advice because, yeah, Rhodium I just don't know as much about. I will say, though, again, on the monthly time frame, look at that juicy RSI movement right back up as well. Okay, this might be one I have to keep an eye out on. So this now is going in my, I'm going to pop Rhodium in my green. Yeah, I'll pop it in my green. Okay, I'll pop it along closely with the gold, silver, and platinum precious metals areas. Okay, that's now going in my thing. All right, and I'll show you. Right, it's in my green. It's right there. So now I'll get to see that price every single day. I will keep an eye on that for you. Rhodium looks very interesting here. So thank you for that, Knackers. I appreciate it. That was a quick little chart run for Rhodium. Why not? Yep, platinum run will occur. Yes, you believe platinum run will occur in. Oh, you change your tune here. You've changed your tune, Neil. I think Neil, you said, or maybe it was Gerald. It was one of you said platinum won't run until Q3, I think you said, but now you're saying Q2. So from April onwards, you believe platinum will start the run? I'm not so sure about that, but I could be wrong. Hit the like button, people. Yes, please. New tech needs platinum. Oh, I see. Good. Speaking of Gerald, he's here too. Late to the party. Yeah, bro. We're about to get to my silver mining stock talk and my other assets. 14 magic money printers. Oh, yes, correct. I almost talked about that the other day. Elon discovered 14 magic money computers in the U.S. Treasury and one or two in the Department of Defense and somewhere else that just print money out of nowhere, as we all know they do. Anyway, 14 magic money printers now known will make all decentralized assets, will make all DeFi assets go boom after this next hard drain from the markets. Do not panic. Those with dry powder waiting, which I have some, the time is approaching. Man, you could be right. Let's see. Let me go back here. Let me go here. And let me go here. That's on the monthly. Yeah, we'll take a look at it on the monthly. Let's do it. Let's talk about the current silver mining stocks that I have just recently jumped into and a couple of other stocks that I've recently been in. Okay, just want to update you on what I'm just in at the moment, and yeah, I'll just share the screen, talk about them. I won't go into huge fundamentals and all the reasons why. I just want to show you what I am currently in. Now, I'll tell you, a lot of this is based on watching the wonderful work of, who am I going to say? ASX Trader. David from ASX Trader. Amazing trader, amazing chartist, etc. I'm almost certain now I'm going to join the mid-year cohort of the Mastering the Markets course. It's a full-on, like full-time course for like a 12-month period. It's just that they have a mid-year enrollment. I think I'm going to do that. I'm so convinced that they are the people to go with, and I think I want to move in that direction. You know, I do my social media stuff for clients. I do my 25-year entertainment industry stuff, but I think I want to learn how to be a proper pro trader and just learn more about the markets. I think I'm going to do that. Anyway, big ups to ASX Trader, but recently in his recent videos, he talks about mining stocks and this, that, and the other. Quite a few of them are from there. I'm going to show you the stocks that I am currently in. Let's share the screen. So the first one I am currently in is a silver mining stock, and it is, many of you know it, First Majestic Silver. Okay, so I'm in First Majestic. out of interest. Okay, that is the ticker is AG right there. Where did I buy? Oh, I've even shown you here where I bought. So there you go. I bought here. Is that right? Or have I got more of that? Oh, maybe I have more. But anyway, that's I think my average level is at $6.75. ASX trader David has been talking about it, change of market structure. So I'm in that currently. Of course, because I'm bullish silver, I am bullish on silver miners as well. We'll take a look at the silver miners to silver ratio as well. It's quite at very much, I think, at a big bottom. So that's why I'm happy to, I love big bottoms, to get into some silver mining stocks now. Not all of my portfolio, but I've started dipping my toes into it. Okay, now for me, for First Majestic Silver, I will be getting ultra excited. Now I'm already in, but I will be getting ultra excited, like, oh man, this is really going to start clearing very well, start doing really well when it breaks above $8.30 US cents. So I'm in at $6.75, okay, and still in, and I would be looking to divest from it. I would say if we start closing back below about $6.20 roughly, okay. So in at the moment, and it's probably rocket ships ago. If when, and I think it's a when, we start closing months above that $8.30 level. And my target roughly is, bare minimum, I would say a 200% move. Up here at the 0.786, here's the old high of $26.80. Here's the old low. Hang on, why do I not have that drawn in? Why have I got the low there? I could be wrong. Excuse me one second. Let me do that again. Right there and right there. That's more like it. Yeah, that's about right. Oh, it's the same move. So there's the 0.786 at $21.50. Whether we break the all-time high in First Majestic Silver, again, this was $26.70 back in 2011 at the peak of the last silver market. Okay. Whether we break it this time, I don't know. But look, a 200% move from there to here, sort of around the top end, even if you want to call it here at the 0.618 at around about $17.30, well, where are we? $6.75 until to $17.30. That's a 160% move. I'm going to be happy with a 160% move. Would I be taking profits off the table at a doubling? Yes, I probably will. Because why? You sell half on double, recoup your initial investment, and then the rest is gravy. You either just bank the rest, that's just, the rest is pure profit, or you can reinvest your initial investment and put it in something else and just compound, okay? But you should be probably selling half of your assets on a doubling. It's probably the best way to do it. I will probably do that. And that's for me at around about $13.50-ish, okay? So that's First Majestic Silver. That's the first one I'm in. This is not a silver mining stock, but I'll just go down the list. I'm also currently in something called APA. This is APA Group. These are so the AG is listed on the New York Stock Exchange. This one is on the ASX, the Australian Stock Exchange. It is APA Group. It is in the energy sector. Okay, let me show you. I did a quick little summary on it here. This is Grok. APA Group is an Australian energy infrastructure company listed, blah, blah, blah. It owns and operates a portfolio of gas, electricity, solar and wind assets across Australia. Okay, so it's in the energy sector. If I show you the energy sector, XEJ right there, has been in a downtrend. Okay, so, but I like APA. I'm currently in it. And I'm happy to hold it for the moment. This is on the monthly time frame. If I show on the daily time frame, looks like we might be having a little bit of a turnaround, at least on the daily time frame. You can see right here there is that lower low, and a higher low on the relative strength index. So looks to be a bullish divergence playing out. Not everything is perfect. But I would look for a resistance level here at on the energy sector at right there. If it starts changing its market structure, starts breaking above here, then it's really continued go time for the energy sector. But I'm happy to be in APA for now. and it's looked like this individual one, that's my average buy-in, I think around about there at your $7.58 level. I'm currently up on it. This is one of the ones I'm watching, and I will clear out of it if it looks like the energy sector is continuing to go down. Then I'll probably clear out of it, and I'm happy to break even on that one. So that is APA. Here is another silver mining stock I am in. This is Argent Minerals on the ARD. This is on the ASX. Okay, let's quickly do what is ARD listed on ASX. Okay, love grok. Grok is fantastic. ARD, APA, no, I don't mean. No, that's not what I meant. ARD. Okay, whatever. Anyway, I'm in ARD. I don't know why Grok doesn't know that. ARD, excuse me, right here on the monthly time frame, looking good. So that's one that I am in, and I'm watching for a resistance level of, I got in at around about 2.2 cents, 2.3 cents. I'm watching for a break here of 30 cents. And if it breaks 30 cents, then it's probably onwards and upwards to around, not 30 cents of 3 cents. If it breaks 3 cents, it's probably onwards and upwards to at least 5 cents. That's not a bad little move from 3 cents to 5 cents. It doesn't sound like a lot, but when you look at it on a percentage gain, look at this, 2.5 cents to 5 cents. Well, that's 100% gain, okay? I'm looking at least to there. So this downtrend line, and then if you break that downtrend line, then it's looking really good, okay? Do that and then onwards and upwards. So ARD could be a great move. Resistance level, yeah, at that 5 cent level, might consider selling half on double there at a rough doubling of my investment. So that is ARD. This is not a mining stock. This is a rare earth metal. Okay. Could I be wrong with ARD? ARD might be a rare earth. This is Arafura rare earths. Okay. Another hot tip from ASX Trader, one I've jumped in, looking like it has broken its previous market structure. Okay, we'll get to some other silver mining stocks as well. So it looks like a beautiful move. So you've got here on the weekly time frame, that is a lower low and a higher low on the relative strength index, indicates a bullish divergence. And then ASX Trader on a recent video said, take a look at this one because bullish divergence, and also it looks like if it breaks a certain level, it's going to break its market structure. He's got it listed here at around about, I think it's at 23 cents, 25 cents. I've decided to jump in a little bit early. Maybe I'm jumping the gun, sure, but I'm happy to take that move. And if we break that 25 cent level, that would be very positive for ARU. So that's one I'm in, a rare earth metal. And again, I've got stop losses in. I'm in profit for everything, I think, at the moment, and I'll just watch them closely. Here's another thing that I am in, maybe getting out of this. We've got a few more mining stocks to look at, but this is Bub. This is Bubs Australia. Why is that? I didn't want that. This is, sorry about that. Let me go here. This is Bubs Australia. This was in the staples sector. This is one that ASX Trader talked about a few videos ago that I got into, so I won't spend much time on this. It's in the staples sector. It is around about my average buy-in cost right now, and happy to stay in until it proves to me otherwise, because you had that bullish divergence right here on the weekly time frame. Excuse me, that was there and there. Cool. That's Bubs. I'm in that at the moment. Yeah. And I will watch for that. If it does this and it breaks that 13 cent level, does that onwards and upwards, we're looking really, really good. Okay. So this could be the bottom for Bubs. You never know. So I'm in that, and I will watch that very closely. Here is another mining stock I'm in. I am in CHN, Chalice Mining. Many of you are familiar with CHN, but out of interest, okay, what is CHN? Chalice Mining. Chalice Mining. All right, let's have a look at it. Chalice Mining Limited is an Australian company listed on the blah, blah, blah. It is primarily focused on mineral exploration and development with a strong emphasis on discovering and developing deposits of critical metals needed for decarbonisation and modern technologies. The company was formerly known as Chalice Gold Mines Limited before rebranding. If you want to find a little bit more about it, do a Grok search or do your own search. ASX Trader talked about it, and it has currently broken its market structure, and I am in that currently. I am in profit in that one, and when it starts breaking through $1.70, you are looking absolutely brilliant for CHN. I am currently in that at the moment, and if it breaks, I would suggest around that $1.20 mark. Bad news bears, and if that'll be bad, so then I will be out. I'd probably take a little loss on that at $1.20. My average is around about, I think, $1.40 at the moment, so I'm in profit at the moment, and just waiting for that break and confirmation of $1.70, and that will be a longer term hold for CHN. Here is another rare earth metal I am in, which is Lynas Rare Earths. Again, listed on the ASX. I am in profit in that one currently. I got in just recently, again, based on the wonderful work of ASX Trader. We've had a move up to, so it's broken its market structure here, right? So it broke that sort of $7.30 level. I got in not long after that, so there's that $7.30. So far, so good. It has remained as support. It needs to remain as support, though. Okay, it needs to do this pretty quickly and then break through that major trend line and onwards and upwards. Hopefully we go. And if it does break this level here of about $9.30, then you're looking absolutely brilliant for the longer term. Okay, you'd be talking that kind of area there. Okay, and then onwards and upwards we go. The previous all-time high in Lynas Rare Earth Metal is $26. So a move up to there, that would be pretty tasty. For example, let's say, where are we? There to 26, previous all-time high. That's a 250% move. And of course, I would be taking some profits along the way, probably sell half at around about $14.75. I will skip Pengu because that's the one I've talked about a million times. That's a crypto that I'm in, unfortunately, still in. I made a bad trade. I also made a risky trade, which ASX Trader also made, which could be, I put money in that I was willing to lose. This happens to be the Star Entertainment Group. They've actually gone into voluntary administration. I believe it is. They're in some kind of, they've had a massive downward movement, the Star Entertainment Group. And if, though, they can recover, you could see a nice little shoot up in this. So there was just a very risky play, and don't do that one. And you can't even buy it right now. Anyway, and the last stock I'm currently in, which is a silver mining stock, it is Unico Silver Limited, again listed on the ASX exchange, 23.5 cents at the moment. And I am currently up on that one. That is my little alert that I've set, that if it starts closing above 25 cents, that's real go time, okay, for Unico Silver. Again, very bullish on silver. I'm also bullish on the silver mining stocks in general. This one looks good, and again, based on ASX Traders' work on looking at the technicals, etc., I'm confident to be in it right now. I will watch it. If it closes below around about here at 20 cents, then that's not good, okay? But I'm happy to write it down if it does. I think, though, it's looking very good for a pump, okay? Just watch for that 25 cent level, remain as support, and then onwards and upwards would be preferable, please and thanks. And finally, I'll just quickly show you, we've talked about it before recently, but just silver miners versus the silver metal itself. Silver versus silver, here we are, we're getting close. So this is why I'm in a lot of the silver miners, where it looks like a very much a bottoming pattern, as we've spoken about. So this is tracking whether it's better to be in the silver miners or the physical silver itself. Of course, you should always hold just physical silver, as I do, but you may want to get into some silver mining stocks as a play, okay? This is a silver mining index. This is the American silver mining index, not the Australian one. I don't know if there is an Australian one, actually. But as you can see, very much consolidated all the way down here, and it looks like pretty obvious. I think we're going to have a break. Now, could that be wrong? Could silver miners just completely lag against silver and it's, oh crap, we're heading down? Sure, it doesn't look likely though. It looks more likely that we will have an eventual break of that. 1.27 on the ratio, change of market structure, you do that and bounce off there. It is on for the silver miners versus silver itself. So imagine, not that I'm telling you what to do, imagine buying a bunch of silver miners down here, which I am starting to load up on, and then riding this wave up to, I don't know where. Could it be here at this downtrend line? Sure. I kind of figure it would probably go more up to this kind of range here. Okay, talk about around this general area. Imagine buying silver miners here and swapping your silver miners for a whole bunch of stack of kilos of real physical silver. Oh, that would just so juicy. So there are points in time where it's better to be at least a portion in silver miners to up your silver stack rather than just buying the physical silver itself. You do you though. If you don't want to ride this wave, no problem, just buy the physical silver. Because we all know where physical silver is going, but just imagine being able to up your silver stack at the same time. Oh, yes, please. I'm looking for that. Yes, please, and thank you. So that is the silver mining stocks and all the current stocks I am currently in. Speaking of silver and gold, buy from Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, the world's greatest bullion dealer. But not, well, I can't say world's greatest. Australia's greatest. For sure. Why? Free shipping. Only company in Australia that gives you free shipping when you buy any kind of amount whatsoever. You could buy $100,000, $500,000 worth of precious metals from any other bullion dealer, and it is not their policy to give you free shipping. Now, they might give you free shipping if you've spent a lot of money with them. If you drop $1 million of gold or $1 million of, well, you probably couldn't do it $1 million of silver because that's a lot of silver, and even $1 million of gold, because then you've got a lot of security. It depends where you are, right? Then you've got security. You might have to pay for like Chubb security, Armor Guard and all that kind of stuff, right? So you still buying $1 million of gold, you still might not get free shipping. Not that you probably want, $1 million of gold shipped by Australia Post. Okay, so I get that there's that, but they're still going to charge you shipping, okay? When you buy from Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, you only need to buy 20 or more items of any mix and match. So you can buy 2 of this, 1 of that, 3 of that, 4 of that. As long as you have 20 or more items in your order in total, you get instant free shipping Australia-wide, whether it's a little bit of gold, bit of silver, bit of platinum, whatever it is. They're the best bullion dealer in all Australia. They price match as well. Find their products cheaper somewhere else. They will match the price. There's a couple of terms and conditions with that, of course. And they have 5-star reviews, and they just have one of the greatest range and the greatest prices as well. Because they have their price match guarantee, they actually just lower their prices to beat everyone all the time. So Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, needs to be the first one that's in your bookmarks. You go to them first, see what they've got. You can be guaranteed they have the cheapest prices of anyone of the same product, and you get free shipping. Come on, man. And Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. Download the iPhone or Android app. It's a great way to save and invest in physical gold in an unallocated way. So you don't hold it in your hands. It's held in storage for you by one of the largest gold wholesalers and storage facilities in the world. They're LBMA registered. So it's LBMA registered gold, backed 1-to-1 with real physical metal. You buy $10 of gold at Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. They have $10 worth of gold sitting there in the vaults. Okay, and you only need to buy $10. The minimum is $10. Okay, you don't have to buy a gram of gold. You don't have to buy an ounce of gold. You can save in really small amounts. Again, because it's a phone app. Okay, Android or iPhone. What's coming down the track? You'll be able to do silver. That's on the roadmap. A debit card is on the roadmap. They're a pretty brand new company. They reached out to me because they wanted to get the trust of the stacking community. And if they said to me, look, tell the stacking community, if it's not for you, because you're like, if I don't hold it, I don't own it, that's okay. Tell your friends and family about it. It's the perfect gateway drug to get into stacking the physical metal in your hands. Okay, give them the gateway drug of Wealthstack. Wealthstack.com. Comments, and then we'll get to crypto, etc. Mark Florida says, got to run. Well, you only usually stay for about an hour, and that's okay with me, man. You got to do what you got to do. CT said, he said big bottom. I won't do it. Won't try to do a Texan accent. That would be really rude of me. Gerald Draper says, looking into swing some altcoin profits. Ooh, into American Silver Eagle monster boxes. Oh, as I've said this before, opening a silver monster box of Eagles is so special. The little cut of the strap, the two straps, and then the lifting of the green box is like, oh, so good. Let's see. Spend from, yes, this is the thing. Spend from about $200 upwards to $1,000 minimum for free shipping in the States by most online bullion dealers. Yeah, no other bullion dealer except Perth Bullion Exchange gives you free shipping. And here's the thing with them, the minimum, again, it's based on quantity, not on dollar spend. Again, because they think, well, if you're buying one of this, one of that, one of this, if you're buying 20 of individual things, well, our premium's higher because you're only buying one, because you get a volume discount when you buy 20, right? But so it's like, so still they kind of he's really smart, Ricky. He figured out, it's like, well, no, I can do that free shipping because I'm getting more premium because they're buying singular. Okay. And if it's buying 20, well, you get the free shipping anyway, and you get the volume discount. It's just crazy good. Okay. Perth Bullion Exchange. If we purchase 20 kilos of gold, delivery should be free. Yeah, it should. Yes, it should. I agree with that. However, I will say, I do understand why it may not be, because I've worked in the bullion industry and I understand that the premiums are so small on gold. Now, particularly if you're buying kilos of gold, the premium is the percentage over spot that you pay for the premium, first of all, is very small. It's going to be probably under 1% these days. And then only a very small fraction of that is the actual profit. Okay, so I can see where, sending an armor guard to you, that gets exy. Okay, but usually you're not going to want that kind of stuff shipped. But if I'll tell you what, if Perth Bullion Exchange could find a way to ship 20 kilos of gold for free, they would do it. And you know what? They probably would. Darn right. Yeah, I do agree. Let's get to some quick crypto stuff and then we shall get out of here. I'll quickly go through some crypto. Quick crypto. Let's see. Where are we? Haven't checked the prices today. Ooh, okay. All right. Yeah, sure. Let's go back here. Cool. Here is Bitcoin on the daily time frame. US dollars, 84,000 US dollars. Ooh, near. I don't like to see that. That's what I don't want. Okay, in the next half an hour, what I don't want to see is the price close below $84,338. Specifically for me using the Bitstamp exchange, and it won't be drawn incorrectly. It's just based on a Fibonacci level. We broke up to 87,500 and a quick move back down. I don't like the quick moves, man. I need to see this close in the next 30 minutes, okay, on the half an hour time frame. This must, for me, yeah, this has got to close back above here. This needs to fake out and close above here, please and thank you, at around about 84,000, anywhere above 84,600, I'll be okay with. But I will not be okay if we close below here. Dang, not good if we start closing below here, because then that sets up potential lower prices. Look, there's still room to go, to fake you out here and then do that, I guess. But yeah, closing above here would be preferable, please. And you definitely don't want to close below around about 81,200. That would be bad news bears, okay? Bad news bears for Bitcoin. That's all you really need to say. As I've been saying, people have been, I'm in the no man's land. I don't know where crypto is going. It's not going to be ultra bullish for me until at least we close above that, roughly here, that $94,000, $95,000 level. I'd like to say it's right here. I'd like to say really it's that uptrend line, but really I'm looking at Fibonacci. So maybe I'm changing my tune. I did say anywhere above the uptrend line, but really it's got to close this Fibonacci, the 0.618, okay? And that's at 97,800. 96,800. So yeah, close above here. That's my new level. Give me 1 second. Okay. Close above here, please. Okay, that's at 96,780 US dollars. It needs to close there. Yeah, then we'll talk Turkey. Then we'll talk, okay, great. Beautiful move, just consolidation down, and then onwards and upwards we go. Okay, great. We are nowhere near there at the moment. Cool. So on balance of probability, I'm as I've been saying, I'm feeling bearish on crypto. And because I'm feeling bearish, then I have to be aware of potentially counter trading myself. Okay, so because I'm feeling it, I'm just a human being like everyone else. I go through the emotions and all that of every other trader, and I'm an amateur trader, by the way, not one of those pros that have been doing it for so long and they learnt so much and all that. I got to watch. Do I have to counter trade myself? If I'm feeling bearish, does that mean, I could be getting faked out here? So look, close above that 84,500, please and thank you. That would be good. Others, the altcoin market. Now we're back down, hovering around the $230 billion area. Let me get rid of you. Same with Bitcoin. Had that move. I need the altcoin market to find $230 billion as the support level. Okay, you do not want to be breaking back down below here and finding resistance here. That's not good. Okay, then we'd probably be having another test of around 215 billion. And then you don't see that. Okay, so that's what I'm saying for crypto in general. I'm not sure yet. I'm feeling bearish, so I'll just watch my contrarian signal. Okay, that is the others, which is the altcoin market minus the top 10. I need to see this happen very quickly, as my voice breaks. Okay, do that and that. Okay, good. Then we'll talk about the next major level of 280 billion, which you must cross. We do that, and then it's very good looking, okay, for a crypto run in 2025. Nowhere near it, though, people. Out of interest, though, ACH, Alchemy Pay, has been slightly bucking the trend. Okay, here's ACH Alchemy Pay on the daily time frame, priced in US dollars at 2.4 cents. We talked about it yesterday. Interesting. It's up 3.5%, while a lot of other things are down. So it is bucking the trend at the moment. Okay, good to see. Doesn't mean it continues, but some crypto are going to buck the trend as usual. But look, short answer is I need to see that pattern play out. Ignore the rest. It's got to close 3 cents. It's got to hold 3 cents of support. Got to close 4 cents. Got to hold 4 cents of support. Then I'm back into Alchemy Pay. That's all you need to know. And watch out for the bottom area here of around about your 2 cent mark. If it closes below 2 cents, bad news bears. Watch out for a potential fake out and reversal. But if you do this, bad news, down she goes. Okay, but having a little bit of a relief here. And it's just, bucking the trend today for some reason. Don't know why. Some crypto is just going to do that. That is Alchemy Pay. Same as everything else. I'm unsure until it does that. Get it? Got it. Good. XRP, $2.40, has not broken through $2.60 yet to say that we're onwards and upwards we go. That's all you really need to know for XRP. Not a lot to say. It needs to do that thing right there, as I said. Break above, hold $2.60, which is my final hurdle for new all-time highs coming soon. And then onwards and upwards we go. Not there yet. It is, if I go to the weekly time frame, looks like the head and shoulders pattern is probably invalidated. Okay, but if you do cross below, a lot of lines here, sorry. If you do cross below $2.10, shunk down to $1.30, probably, quite likely. Anyway, that's XRP. Trading range, got to close above $2.60, preferably on a monthly time frame. Okay, here's the monthly. Sorry, very busy right there. Let's get rid of all the stuff. Got to close $2.60 right there in order for me to be any kind of confident that we would see some more months of higher. I would like to say that we will in XRP. However, bear in mind, extremely overvalued, and we've been extremely overvalued on the monthly time frame already. You don't tend to spend a lot of time there, and you don't tend to have, again, spend more time in that. You did do it here, I will admit, in 2017, you had that move up to 40 cents, and then we had a kind of a double top on the relative strength index when we went to that $3.40 level, $3.30 level. So yeah, that could be a similar thing. That could play out, double top, and then we see higher. But yeah, got to close that $2.60 mark. Cool. I wanted to take a quick look at H-bar as well. Where is my H-bar? Give me a second. I did mention it in the ticker. Someone mentioned it to me just earlier, yesterday, in a private chat, and I wanted to take a quick look at it. Okay, here's a quick look at H-bar. Good old H-bar on the monthly time frame in US dollars, 19 US cents. If I show you on the weekly time frame, I've done some previous stuff on previous technical analysis on it before. It's holding at its support level, so that's good. Okay, and that's it. There you go. 19 cents excited from here, and it's currently at your 19 cent mark. So we had that great move a number of weeks ago back in November last year, where we went from 4 cents to 40 cents almost. So basically the 40 cents. So a 10 times, a 1000% move in only 4 weeks. Okay, then I did put in here, watch out for this Fibonacci level. That's 19 cents, and we have basically remained that as support, which is great to see. Good. Again, on the monthly, and I'll take that away, you can see pretty clearly it has kept it as support so far. If you break down below roughly that 19 cent, 18 cent mark, and it is not a quick spike, then you're going to see lower prices coming. I would watch out for a support level of somewhere between, if that's the case, I watch out for a support level of somewhere between, and watch this, it's going to do this to me. Yeah, that's about right. Yep, between there and there. So between those two Fibonacci levels, if we break down further, watch out for major support potential at between 15 cents and 9 cents. Technically, it's 14.5 cents and 9.5 cents. So 9.5 to 15, roughly. That would be a major support level. Big support, or down she goes. Cool. So that's H bar. Did that draw in correctly? Is it going to do it for me? No. Here we go. Big support, or down she goes. So you want to see that hold there at 14.5 cents and no lower than 9.5 cents. That's your big line in the sand. A big change of market structure there is where you would do something like this. And that would be bad for all crypto, obviously. But you do that, find that as resistance, come down here and do that. Bad news. Burp, 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 burp. So long as we remain above 14.5 cents, I'm happy for a spike down there, no problem. Then let's do that, and then onwards and upwards. And I will not say any new all-time highs coming for H bar until we cross, for me, at that 29 cent level. It's got a clear 29 cents to say even possible chance of breaking the previous all-time high of 60 cents. Once we get there, we'll talk turkey. We're not there yet. That is H bar. And finally, I'll do a quick little Toshi just for the Toshi fam. I probably won't turn this into a video, but just out of interest, we are 3-4. Okay. And this is Toshi on the daily time frame. Here is Toshi on the daily time frame, priced in USD. 00035. Looks like we might be breaking down out of that level, this range that we've been talking about. It's holding it. It's testing our patience. Okay, so really testing my patience here on Toshi. It needs to hold this downtrend line. As you can see on the 4 hour, it has actually been respecting it. It needs to respect it, or else if we do, as I said before, if we do that, you do this and that, and yeah, down we go, probably further. Okay, and then we'll talk about the lower areas of maybe 0.00022 to 0.00018. It has to hold there. Yeah, if you do that, not good. Okay, and then if you come back down to test there, it's probably going to be taken out. So that's Toshi at the moment. I need to see it break out very quickly, do this, and onwards and upwards, as I showed you yesterday. Nothing else to say for Toshi. Getting a little concerned that it's at the bottom end of that downtrend line right there. Let's just remain above it, okay, please, and hold it as support and quickly fake out. Do something like that would be good. But at the moment, I will have to say I remain neutral for Toshi while we are above that trend line. Okay, are you still in Toshi? Let me know. Post a comment below. That looks like a rude thing. That is Toshi, everyone. Final comments, and we'll get out of here. I'll go over here, my people. Let's see. Final comments. Oh, you were joking on the if we purchase 20 kilos of gold, delivery should be free. You were joking. Look, I have a good feeling that if Ricky at Perth Bullion Exchange could do it, he'd probably do it. Even if it meant getting an armor guard, because not that expensive depending on where you are. It's not that expensive. Because I've been part of figuring out how much is it going to cost to ship, 5 kilos of gold to someone via armor guard or, Chubb or whatever it is. It's not huge. It's not huge when comparing to the amount that the person's purchasing, Let's see. Oh, the Big Short is on. Bad news for you. While you were sleeping, Big Short. What are we talking about? Which particular asset are we talking about? Silver Ruger, if you spend that much cake, you should get black velvet satchels to keep your business and your peers. They know you can't soar with eagles when you are flying with turkeys. Wow, we're getting a lot of sayings here. Birds of a feather. What are you talking about, sir? Let's see. Oh, okay. ZBCN. ZBAC Network. It's on your radar, I hope. Well, it is now. It's another one down harsh. It's down harsh, is it? Okay. ZBCN. I'm going to take a quick look at that for about 5 minutes. Okay. I'm going to do a quick 5-minute look at that because you mentioned it. Gerald, is it one of those Liberty Finance tokens? Is it? Or is it a stock? ZBCN. Okay. You've piqued my interest and it might be about to be on my radar. ZCBN. Give me 1 second. I'm sharing the screen once again. I'm going to go ZCBN. Oh. Okay, it's not a crypto. It is Pantheon. Oh, Pantheon or Pantera blockchain? Oh, blockchain. Okay, what? It's not a crypto, right? ZCBN. No, you've called it. What was it? What was the network called? You've called it something different. Give me 1 second. It was ZBEC Network. It's on your radar. So it doesn't look like it's on a centralized. So it might be decentralized. Okay. Give me 1 second. ZCBN. I don't even know where it's listed, man. Can you give me a little bit more information on that? Where is it listed? What is it exactly? Another finance payment solution being adopted. Okay, I can't see where it is listed anywhere. And it's not listed on Dex Screener, so I can't find it. Find out more about it. Give me some more info about it, maybe over email. ZBEC Network Crypto. Okay, ZBEC. All right, I'm going to look it up. ZBEC. Oh, sorry. You've given me... ZBCN. I did it wrong. My apologies. Okay. ZBCN. Okay. Let's take a quick look. Ooh, it is down bad. Okay, I'm going to share the screen. I got the ticker wrong. Sorry about that, mate. Ooh, okay. It is indeed. So it's on the Liberty Finance thing. Okay, cool. Let's take a quick little look. No problem. Here's a quick chart request for ZBEC Network, a finance payment crypto, which I've just been given a little hot tip by from one of my wonderful subscribers who is watching right now, Gerald. And he says it's part of the Liberty Finance group of tokens, which Liberty Finance, the Trump arm of crypto. Okay, so basically some people believe that anything that Liberty Finance buys, because it's, Trump and Trump's pro-crypto, or the Trump team is, then it might do well in a further crypto run. Okay, so he's put it on my radar. Thank you for that. It's now on the radar. What am I looking at from a technical point of view? It is down bad. It's down bad. Okay, so it was up at previous here. April of 2024, we were at 002. Cool. And the lowest we've gone down to is at 0007 roughly. Okay. Does that line up with any particular Fibonacci? Not really. So I wouldn't call the Fibonacci levels quite confluent. Okay, that big spike there, if you were to take it, yeah, see now I'm just hindcasting though, so I won't do that. So it doesn't seem to be any major levels of confluence with the Fibonacci, except if you want to say a cluster of resistance there. Yeah, ish. No, not really, but we're down to 001 and we've been as high as 0033. Okay. I can't say much for Trump Liberty Finance. I don't know. Is it going to be a thing? Is any coin on their listings, on their holdings, going to go gangbusters in 2025? Could do. I don't know, but it's at least on my radar. And it's never spent any time in extremely overvalued on the weekly time frame. So there's that, but we're at a real bottom here. So you're in that major trading range. Here's your sort of your main trading range is between here and about there with some spikes. Okay, you've had that spike there, quick-lived though. So you would say it's around about, yeah, there-ish. So somewhere the main range is between 0.0009 and 0.0013. We're in the major range here. Am I noticing anything on a daily time frame? Is there anything turning around? What's that? A higher low and a lower low. So a higher low and a lower low, isn't that a hidden bearish divergence? Let's find out. Or is that a high low and a lower low is hidden bullish divergence? My divergence cheat sheet, which I love. I always need to come back to this. Oh no. A hidden bullish divergence is potentially a higher low in the price and a lower low in the oscillator, being the relative strength index. Okay, so, you have, out of interest, you have a higher low here. You could call that a higher low right there. We can't call it a higher low. It is a higher low, and you have a lower low on the relative strength index. Okay, that seems like a major level there and a major point there and a major point there. Okay, this could be a potential hidden bearish divergence for ZBEC network. Don't know what it is. Don't know what it does. Apparently it's to do with finance payments. Sure. I won't go into the fundamentals of it. All you need to know, it's on Liberty Finance's holdings, I believe, as Gerald is saying. I'll get back to the comments in just a second. So watch out for there. Look, the major resistance level you need to break above in order to be any kind of confident is very clearly at the top end right here. At that 0.0013 level. So yeah, do that. Okay, but I really wouldn't be talking majorly bullish on it until it at least probably breaks here for me, and that's around about 0.0017. You do that. I mean, look, let me do that again. I will disagree with myself. Let me disagree with myself. It's probably there. Major area of resistance. Yeah, okay. So we'll say it's there. So you break there, then we'll start talking turkey. That's at 0.0015. Okay, it would be good to see it above the 0.0013, but if you do this, that, whatever it is, you do that and that holds as support. Okay, that would be probably the bullish change of market structure, and then you can start talking higher prices and all that. I won't talk about any crazy higher prices from there. I'll come back to it. It is now on my radar. I'll put it right there in red. That's for my list of cryptos that are on my radar that I'm watching. Okay, you could be right, Gerald. It is one now to watch, and I appreciate that. But yeah, won't get excited at all for it until we're back over 0.0015. Whenever that is, watch out for that potential hidden bullish divergence. However, I will keep an eye on it. Thank you. That is ZBEC Network. Now, final comments. It's in the blockchain field of vision. Think MasterCard payments. Okay. That was my jump. Okay. Had to get some that low. Good on you, man. Well enough to get a position. Fall harvest. You could be right. Think MasterCard payments. Okay. just a matter of time, he's saying, with his tick there, staking, okay, and in the blockchain field of vision, good. Praying for a lower price for a larger dip so you can load up more. Good on you, man. Love your optimism with all of that. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main. We have done gold, silver, platinum analysis. We took a look at the silver mining stocks and the other stocks that I'm currently just recently into. I'll keep watching those. Hit the big red subscribe button to stay updated with those. And also we did crypto and Bitcoin too. I got to get out of here. I'm nearly an hour and a half. What an amazing day it's been. And it's the last day of the week too. Have an amazing weekend. What I'll get you to do is grab your tasty beverages. I will grab my tasty beverage and we will do the final synchronized slurp for the entire week. Because let's be real, you don't do it anywhere else. And I certainly hope you don't, because I don't want you to cheat on me. And of course, if you want to continue the conversation, head over to the Telegram channel, my wonderful, amazing people. I'm going to go now. I might try a little bit more nicotine gum after this and see how that goes. Ooh, get some work done. It was interesting yesterday. I'll try it again today and see how we go. Cool. Anyway, let's have a chat on the Telegram channel and let's do the final synchronized slurp because, ladies and gentlemen, this has been...
Good morning, Stack.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
Good morning, Stack.
It's podcast time.
Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do that.
Synchronize.
3, 2, 1, go.
Now we're on the move.
Thanks, people. Stay safe, stay informed. Have an amazing weekend. Keep stacking whatever you're stacking, and I will see you all Monday.